everybody has a great story. Everybody is the best in the world. Everybody has the next unicorn. So don't worry about it. We I heard story like that like 10 times a day. So and that's part of the marketing for fundraising. But
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Richer Geek Podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by REI Words, your go-to SEO agency for increasing traffic to your website. Check it out at reiwords.com. Today, we have Yotis Tonnelier. He's the CEO, founder of Yobe. What they do is they help invest in unique founders in addition to help them raise capital through transparent methods and unwavering passion. They also have a syndicate of investors that generates profits by investing in their exclusive projects that help align with their values. Yotis, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me today, Michael.
Absolutely. This is very important. We have a lot of listeners out there that want to go into investing. Maybe some of them are. And they're wondering, how is it that they've done 5 or 6 deals, but they need that $10 million raise. They need a larger raise. They need more sophistication, but they don't really know how or where to go. Let's talk a little bit about what you do and the history of where you come from and how you can help these people out.
Of course. So let's start with the little bit of intro of myself. Originally from Belgium, from the French part of Belgium. So this is why I have a French accent, as everybody can hear. Moved to Miami 10 years ago. Before that, I was heavily involved with the European incubator called The Family. It's the same that Y Combinator, but in Europe. We were really huge in 2014, 15, 16. After that, I work for the Prince Al Saud, is a direct cousin of MBS. So I work for his family office when I was in Europe. So overviewing, first advising and then overviewing his investment in startup in Europe. So it was really precise on that. And I moved to 2 years after that, I moved to Miami. Stay in the same field, investment, startup, advising. Did 2 exits here in the US, worked for an investment bank, and opened my own structure in 2020 with Yobe to respond to the question you just asked. How to find the right partner to raise fund in this industry and someone that can deliver and not just sell dream. What I like to say is we are selling reality. That's our job instead of dream, but it's not easy for sure.
That's extremely important. And listeners, if you're out there and you're thinking, I just want to invest passively because I need to diversify my portfolio. The IRA, my 401k is not going to do it, but it's so scary to sit there. I mean, you're inundated by LinkedIn ads, Facebook ads, raise money with us. Now there's email blasts, raise money, you don't know anything about these general partners. And it's so scary. Let's talk about number one. Why is it that scary? It's like, it seems like people, they know that they see all these YouTube videos, get rich quick scheme, just create a syndication. How do I know that they even have done a deal? It's a scary proposition.
So I believe as an investor, you need to go through a fund that is, has credibility, but has history. You have Crunchbase. Crunchbase is a platform that you can even try for free, if I'm not mistaken, and that will allow you to see the deal that this fund did in the past. I will not base my guess on only YouTube video or LinkedIn. Everything can be bad. So let's be real. If you have a little bit of money, you're good with online advertising. You can be the next Grant Cardone in 1 month. Is not the problem. So I strongly believe that you need to base your confidence and your trust on facts, and try to go to this website like Crunchbase to see what they did. And also, if you do a little bit of due diligence, you can find real article about the deal this fund, invest in the past, and that's all investors should do. If they don't have an advisor or something like that, is really spend some time to find the right team, the right general partner team for them.
Yeah, and let's talk about some of the bad history. The SEC can only do so much, but if you're, let's say, an accredited investor, and you sign that you looked at the offering and it goes under, what are some of the things once people get a offering memorandum, what are some of the things that they need to kind of look at? And then based on kind of the bad history of capital raising, what are some of the things that people have tried?
Yes, that's a great question. Personally, and with Yobe, we part of our first step is to look at the deal as an investor, because with our business model, we are investor at the end as well, and I will talk to you about that later. But what I'm looking to a deal is the transparency I have on the documentation. So when I say the documentation is the deck, is the financial, or everything is explained. The past performances, if you are trying to invest on the fund, that's where really I like to call that green and red flag. That's my personal talking about that, but that's where I'm trying to find red flag. When I'm doing a due diligence, I'm not looking to green flag, I'm not looking to the positive return. I'm trying to find what is negative about this deal, because when you know what is negative, that's where you can really base your investment and base your strategy. If you base only on the positive, everybody has a great story. Everybody is the best in the world. Everybody has the next unicorn. So don't worry about it. I heard story like that like 10 times a day. So and that's part of the marketing for fundraising. But you need to really go deeper on the due diligence. And again, transparent financial. When someone send me a deck or when I ask for financial, honestly, like 50% of the deal I don't receive it. That's already 50% of the deal. You are not going to lose your money. It's simple. You just need, when you are an investor, you have every right to ask, and that's the biggest advice I will give to an investor. Just ask the question, ask as much question you can, ask to see everything, the financial. I have company, for example, I'm asking, the salary, that, the salary cap of every member of the company. Some of the founders saying, hey, I don't want to give that. Okay, if you don't want to give that, why I will invest my money if I don't know if you are, trustable enough to manage it? You know what I mean? So I want to see what you are going to do with my money. And every investor should be like that, and the investor we are representing, that's why we are representing them, to be sure and to secure our investor in deal that is legit and high quality deal.
Yeah, and it's extremely important to everybody, or those types of things. You look at, I know it can be overwhelming. You may even want to have your attorney a contract attorney look it over. Don't have your best buddy who's a divorce attorney or injury lawyer look at it. Go to a real estate attorney that knows those things, and look for those red flags. Are they, some of the words I hate, it's like, we guarantee. As soon as you say that, it's red flag, right?
It's not even red flag for me. It's illegal. Yeah. If someone is telling you that the deal is guaranteed, it's not even a red flag. It's you don't invest. Like you know that if you invest, you are going to lose your money, because legally, and the rules, Michael, legally you cannot guarantee any investment. So even there is always a risk, even if it's 1%. But I mean, putting your money in the bank account even now is better with the higher limit, but is even a risk. So every investment has a risk. So yes, that's a big example of a red flag for sure.
Yeah, and it's very important, people. It's like, look, you see these videos and these ads. We guarantee up to a 40% return. We do this or that. Look, nobody has a crystal ball. I try to rub this bald head all I can, to foresee the future, but you can't. And that's why you have prospectuses and things like that. And it's, in my syndications, there's probably 2 or 3 pages of what the deal is, and then there's 40 pages of why you shouldn't invest with me. But you want to pay attention to those 3 pages. And can you tell us some ways that you sit there and you look at the general partner, you also look at the prospectus and all the paperwork, all
Yes.
the marketing, the salaries? What are some of the other kind of bullet points that you look at also? But then, even if people want to go on their own, what are some of the major highlight things from first part of the syndication paperwork down? Just a few
Yes.
bullet points.
So if I were let's say a new investor, beginner in investing, I will know, and that's what we do. That's part of our strategy with Yobe, is we are not going to early stage company, because when you're going to early stage startup, you need to understand that the right strategy with early stage is volume. Okay, so you're going to invest in 10 startups, 10 early stage startup. Okay, so it's baby startup. 9 of them is going to die. Okay, 9 of them you are going to lose your money, and usually on average 1 of them is going to go well and cover the rest. Okay, but you need to understand that. You need to understand the strategy. It's a long-term play. So what we do is to minimize this risk. We invest only on growth stage. We call that growth stage. So that means it can be seed, more seed reach, Series A, Series B, but the company needs to have a market fit. So that means the company already has revenue, the product works, the market already get green light that the market is a product fit, market fit. That's what we call that. For the one that doesn't know. And so this minimize your risk already. And after that, what we do and what we look, we are founder oriented. For us, 90% of the success of a company is come from the founders. So what we like to invest in is serial entrepreneur founders, people that already had, exit, people that already went through the pain of being, a successful entrepreneur and has this experience. So he know how to process, how to execute with his company. So that's really our focus. And this allows us really to have a great return over the years and the long term.
And everybody, again, that's we have Yotis Tonnelier with the website. If you want to look at it, it's Yobe, YOBE consulting.com. For those people that are listening that might be interested in Yobe, what industries do you look at for the founders?
Yes, so we are agnostic globally. Why we are agnostic? Of course, we don't touch to, for example, for weed business, this business that is not like, it's different. It's not traditional, but on the traditional industry, we are agnostic. Why we are agnostic is because for every project that we help to raise the fund and we invest with our syndicate, is we are really focused also on the timing. Best example is with the crypto and the blockchain. Right now it's getting back to, to the front page. At the end of last year, it was cold. You cannot raise even one penny for them. And so you need to understand also how the whole industry is performing and what will be the cycle, because every industry is a cycle. So you need to make sure that you are taking the investment at the right time. So that's why we are doing that. And of course we have, database that help us to have all this information and base our due diligence and our analysis.
Yeah, and that's good to know. And for one thing, people, it's maybe my next hotel deal. It's like, do I want to go through, and this is what, as a GP, do I want to go through the pain of putting out a syndication and trying to raise $10 million on my own or my team, and not knowing, is it going to be 2 months, is it going to be 6 months, is it going to, wow, I'm going to list on my database and other people's database. Or I could go to yobeconsulting.com if I'm even strong enough and have enough experience, and have them do it for you. So what are kind of the steps involved? I go to yobeconsulting.com, I click on send us your deck.
Yes.
And how does it work?
Yeah, so very simple. You can go to our website, send us an email directly, or contact us. We have a live chat. You can send by the button you said, or you can find me on LinkedIn. I have a couple of followers on LinkedIn, and we are really present on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. We are there, and my email is everywhere. So you can send the deck. It will be the best way to do it. Send your deck. We are going to do our analysis, get back to you saying, hey, we can help you. Our goal is to make sure we can help you, and by helping you, it's really raise the fund. After that, we have also for younger company, we have also an advising services that we are offering. But that's how we process. So it doesn't cost anything to nobody. We want to make sure first we are legitimate to help you. So that's the process. After that, we have an intro call. I want to meet the founder, ask you question. I will have question. I will know already your industry. I will know your deck. So that's how we process usually with our client.
Now, how about on the other side? We also have a lot of listeners that love to diversify on the limited side. Mm-hmm. And we've been kind of in the background talking about your investors, your investor pool, and creating things. And now you have a fund that's coming out. You're kind of wanting to get in on the founder side, because of some of the feedback you've had from your pool of investors.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so globally right now, we are not a broker dealer. We are not holding the money. So we have this syndicate of investor where we providing the deal, and they are choosing to invest or not. It's very simple. When they choose to invest, we introduce them to the founder, and they invest on the deal. It's a direct investment on the company. Very, very simple. But some of them now, we got feedback saying, hey, I know you have with Yobe different deal, because we are doing multiple raising over the year, even if we are really oriented on the quality. So last year we did 7 raising. This year we are going to do maybe 12 raising, not more. And they say, hey, we would like to split the risk and invest all the deal. Or can we do that? So we understand that now we have the credibility to open a fund. So the goal is to open a fund in Q3 to be able to welcome this investor that want to invest in all the deal, but also for the founder be able to put a ticket up front. Also with the founder we are representing, instead of going through our syndicate, is now to be able to put bigger ticket, and we are talking 250 to $500,000 ticket. That's really the goal. We are planning to raise 20 million for the fund.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Now, how can people, we talked about send us your deck, how can people say, hey, I'd love to be part of this with Yobe? How can they get on the investor side?
Yeah, on the investor side, they can contact me. I have also a link to, I like to meet all the investors. So, all the investors that work with us, know my team, know myself, or our head of investor relations, Cesare Pecci. That's it. It's a great guys doing a wonderful job. So we meet with them, and after that we discuss. We have an office here in Miami. For the one that are based in Miami, we have an office in Paris, and we are opening Riyadh at the end of Q2. We are working on it because we have a good connection over there from my past experiences. So yes, happy to talk with anybody, even people that have questions. Happy to help. We are here to help. When you are an investor, the goal is to avoid let's say not legit deal, fake deal. I think that's the worst for everybody. I mean, for people that that want to make money, don't get me wrong, we are all here to make money, but we like to do it the transparent way and with trustworthy people that work hard every day to make it happen for their investors. So that's what is really important to us.
Yeah, and now everybody's investing on your own, doing it yourself, trying to figure out, is this general partner good? Is this syndication good? It's very stressful. If you go the route that is, now nothing is guaranteed, right? But if you want someone to do a lot of the due diligence for you, a lot of the safety net, some of the things that will take the stress off of you, contact Yotis at Yobe. And I think it'll be a fantastic way for you to get inside of that limited partner spot, and maybe as a founder on the general side. Yotis, is there anything else that you'd like to discuss before we go?
No, I'm waiting for your deal as well, Michael. I know you're working on it. So I'm waiting to have the opportunity to look at it. No, the only thing I will add for the end is when you are an investor or you are a founder, don't trust the social media, don't trust the fake information. Do a due diligence on reliable website and platform, a realistic number and facts. That's the most important stuff to do, and what I advise you to do. And there is always people that will be there to help you. So that's the most important.
Yeah, fantastic. Yotis, thank you so much for coming on the Richer Geek Podcast. Have a great afternoon, and God bless. Take care.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody.